Today I thought we'd open up and take a quick look at this very interesting little device. This is a Quantum Access Windows Mini PC stick. It comes with an Intel Atom processor. As you can see here, it is the Bay Trail Quad-Core Z3735F. Has full version of Windows 8.1 on it, which should be immediately upgradable to Windows 10. 2 gigs of built-in RAM and 32 gigs of built-in storage. So let's just break into it and see what it looks like. If nothing else, I think this would make an excellent little HDMI PC stick for my little one. He's been asking about getting a computer of his own. Here's some of the things you get in the box. There's a little caution, it gets kind of hot notification. Very good to know. There's some info about Quantum suppliers, the people actually sent this out. A user manual that looks to be all of about a page and a half thick, and you can see all the specifics on it right there, just as far as the layout. And that's what it should come in the package. So getting down to the bottom here, we have pretty decent sized power brick here. I'll be honest, I actually kind of figured it was going to do the HDMI power thing, or maybe even a USB power, but I'm guessing it does require enough power that this is going to be necessary. So it does take a micro USB plug though, and if you look up nice and close there, it does say 5 volts at 2 amps. So I'd be really curious to see if this would actually work with just a standard 2 amp output, because this is a little bit hefty. There was also a little HDMI to HDMI adapter in there. So I'd guess if you wanted to hook the device in here and then put a longer HDMI cable on the other end, you could definitely do that. And of course, the last thing in the package is that Quantum PC stick itself. On this side, we'll see the full-size USB port, micro USB port for power, as well as the power button. On the other side, we have the antenna for Wi-Fi, as well as another micro USB port, which would be for data, and a TF or micro SD card slot. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to a TV and see what it looks like. Alrighty, so this is the first time starting up the Quantum PC stick. I'm actually doing a live capture of it so you can just sort of see everything live with me. There you go. You can see me doing this at the same time. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and change it. I've actually got it up on the screen over here. So we're going to change it to using US as our location. Set the time zone as Eastern Standard Time. That's where I am. Accept the Windows 8.1 licensing terms. And now it's going to go through all of this personalization stuff. By the way, should mention I have gone ahead and hooked up a keyboard and mouse. I actually had to hook the mouse up through a USB on-the-go connector. You'd probably do just as well to use a USB hub, but I did happen to have an on-the-go cable and I wanted to see if it would work, and it does appear to be working just fine. And we'll hit next here. Connected to my Wi-Fi network. We'll go ahead and just use the express settings. I can customize all these things later. And now I'm going to log in. Microsoft account. It's asking if I want to set it up as a previous Windows installation. No, I'm going to do it all as a new one. Start completely fresh. We don't want any OneDrive stuff. I'm just going to turn all that off for now. I've got 32 gigs of storage built in. If I want more, I can always stick a micro SD card in. And now it's going to go ahead and restart. And it's going to do updates while it's restarting. So we'll be right back. Now, I didn't get to see this earlier. Now we get to see the little BIOS, the boot screen says Quantum Access version 1.2.0. Very good to know. Now the neat thing is, while it's doing the setup, I'll go ahead and tell you all this. I did a quick lookup on Quantum PC version 1.2.0, and I found there are actually full restore files for Windows 8.1 and Windows 10, so those might actually be very handy. But let's go ahead and let this finish. That's very, very interesting. It immediately says, we recommend upgrading to Windows 10. I think I'm going to go ahead and tell it just to do it later because I'd like to see the 8.1 out of the box experience. Okay, you can upgrade at your convenience. We're going to download Windows 10 later in the background so you can install it at a time that's convenient for you. Thanks, Microsoft. There you go. We are now in Windows 8.1. You can see in here all the apps that come pre-installed. That's pretty much just Windows apps. I kind of figured that there would be some stuff from the Quantum Access or Azulle people. I don't see any of that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Windows key D. And here you can see we've actually got 23 gigs of storage with 19 gigs free. That's really not that big of an install out of the box. And of course, all these locations should have nothing inside of them. Yeah, they were all empty, just wanted to check them. But this is pretty bare bones, not a whole lot to it, just completely as it stands out of the box. And we'll be back with that once I'm done. All right, and we are back. We now have Windows 10 installed. So let's walk through the setup process again. I'm gonna use the express settings. I know Barnacles would have my head for this one, but we're gonna use Cortana. Of course we are. Do all this next. This is not going to be a primary daily driver or anything, but looks like we're almost there. All right, looks like we're ready to go. That's one thing I will say about Windows 10 is Microsoft's gone out of their way to make it feel kind of cinematic when you first start up. And I should probably mention this took a really long time to do the upgrade. I mean, it's small, it's going to have slow storage. It's a kind of a slow system to begin with, so it took hours. Quite a while to download and then also quite a while to do the installation. And boy, that took a little while too. but we're up, we're running, we're ready to go. And if you were paying attention to the clock, you'll notice this is a lot different. I'll admit, I did let it sit there for a while because I had other stuff going on, but we are up, we are ready to go. Take a quick look at the system itself. It says here Atom Z3735F at 1.33 gigahertz, 2 gigs of RAM, 32-bit operating system with a x64 based processor. That's kind of interesting. In terms of the storage, now it says 23 gigs with 9.99 free, but if I remember correctly, yeah, we've still got the Windows.old directory, which probably has 10 gigs worth of stuff in it. I'll let that run in the background. In terms of the apps, I'm not hugely familiar with all the new Windows 10 apps, and all the little ones Microsoft loves to throw in there. Scanning and Xbox apps and media player, all kinds of stuff there. Back over here, you can see we're up to almost 7 gigs. So we're going to gain a lot of space back here in just a minute. But anyway, first impressions, definitely not the fastest machine out there. As I said, it's an Atom. It's like a 1.33 gigahertz. It's got 2 gigs of RAM, so it's not going to blow anything out of the water. And we'll do the first thing you're supposed to do on any Microsoft system, download Chrome. The only thing you should use IE for. And wow, that's the total size of that old folder. The size is 11.4, but it's only using 7.83 gigs. That's going to go away real quick. And that's interesting. It says we can't reach this page, but it does say I am connected to my Wi-Fi, so that's a bit odd. That's going. It's just going very, very slowly. And we're back a little while later. I've been using this sort of off and on all evening. It's not actually 3:40 a.m. I think I've got the wrong time zone. That's fine. But I just thought I'd give you some sort of updated impressions. Like I said before, it's absolutely not the fastest machine out there, but it is very capable for what it is. Here on YouTube, I've got a 1080p movie. I've got it turned down, so I was able to play the audio back through the TV. You may be able to hear some sound leak coming into the microphone, but the 1080p playback looks beautiful. It's coming through just like it should. I haven't seen any stuttering or jerking or anything. I'm uploading a video at the moment, so that's going to impact my actual download speeds on this, but other than that, it's been great. I mean, it looks very nice and very clear. Hopefully it's coming through on the transfer. And this is a free and open movie, so it should be safe to show it. I have noticed the little stick does get quite warm. I'm not going to say that it's absolutely hot. I'm holding it in my hand at the moment, and it's warm, but it's not burning me. It was warmer earlier, but still not hot enough to really do any damage if you're holding it in your hand. But that does speak volumes as to why they actually included that HDMI extender, so you can get it away from your TV if you don't want to have something warm radiating heat against it. But I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. It's gone on entirely too long. This is available over on Amazon for about $125. In my opinion, not a bad option there. You can actually pick up laptops, some really low-end laptops, like really cheap Celeron laptops in the $150 to $175 range. Depending on what you're looking for, that might be a better option, but if you have a TV that's not a smart TV and you want to be able to turn it into something useful and usable, this might be a great option. It's got built-in Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB ports, and a halfway decent amount of power. It could be a media player, it could be just a kid's web browser, it could be just a kitchen PC if that's what you're looking for. So for $125, I think that's absolutely a steal. If you could find it cheaper on sale somewhere, that would be even better, of course, but I will put a link down in the description to where you can find one. Thanks so much to Azulle or Quantum PC or whoever it was that actually sent this out to me for giving me the opportunity to take a look at it. Thanks to you guys for watching. Remember to leave a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to receive more of my videos when they become available, and I'll see you again next time.